Hello, my amazing learners, and welcome back to the Wisdom English podcast. My name is Sarah, and today I want to talk about the one thing you can do that will significantly improve both your listening skills and your speaking skills in English. I think the biggest mistake that students make when listening to English is that they try to understand every single word. And you can't. Even I can't. If you do that, you get lost quickly. You can't keep up, and then you give up. You must go beyond individual words. The secret, the one thing you should do, is always focus on the gist first. And make sure you stay with me until the very end because I'll reveal the simple secret that makes all of these other strategies truly effective. The gist is the overall idea, the general meaning. You just try to understand the overall general idea. How can you do that? You need to focus on the stressed words in a text or in a sentence. These are the key ones that you really need in order to understand what someone is saying. Teachers, we call this sentence stress. And in this podcast, I'm going to show you how sentence stress works and how knowing about sentence stress will help you understand much more when you listen to real English. So, sentence stress refers to the words we stress in a sentence. We stress the most important words, usually the nouns, the verbs, the adjectives, and the adverbs. We don't usually stress prepositions or pronouns or question words. For example, I live in a town near New York. Live is the verb, town is a noun, and New York is a noun. We stress these words. I live in a town near New York. Now, why is this important? Because not all languages do this. In that sentence, I live in a town near New York. You can hear the rhythm. Da-da-dum-da-dum-da-dum. Now, we don't go around speaking like this all the time. Hello, my name is Sarah. But to show you the stress, we stress these important words. Some languages don't do this. Some languages stress each syllable almost with equal weight. For example, Mandarin, Chinese, or Spanish. English tends to be a stress-timed language. We stress the words at a regular time interval. Let me show you with 2 sentences. Listen for the stress. I live in a town near New York. I've been living in this town just near New York for years. Can you hear that the stress is in the same places, even though the second sentence has many more syllables? And that's what makes English a stress-timed language. And I personally think that's why English works very well with music, because it has that regular beat, and so you can fit the lyrics into that beat. Now, if you try and understand every word, you will fail. Even American people don't do that. When we hear, I've been living in this town just near New York for years, we hear living, town, New York, years. That's what we focus on. And that brings me to my second point. Why this is important is because listening for sentence stress is a strategy that native speakers use as well. We only focus on those key words. We are so used to the grammar that we will recognize the tense immediately. But, and this is interesting, imagine I'm at a disco, or speaking to someone over the phone, or on a noisy street. I will have strategies to help me understand what I cannot hear. I can't hear everything, so I use strategies like focusing on the key stressed words. Also, I will use the context to help me confirm the tense and to get the overall meaning. Sometimes, I will guess. And all of these are listening strategies that you should develop as well. Listening for stressed words, using the context, and guessing. Now, there's a third reason that sentence stress is really important. And it's because sentence stress can change the meaning of a sentence too. Let's go back to our example. I live in a town near New York. The stressed words provide the new and important information. But I could, or you might hear, I live in a town near New York. We've changed the stress, right? And maybe the person is saying this because they want to make it clear that they don't live far away. So, I live in a town near New York. You probably still stress the word town, but less because it's less important. Near is the key information. Imagine somebody said to me, "Oh, okay, so you live far away from New York." I would probably say, "No, I live in a town near New York." Can you see? The stress has changed again. No is the key information to say, "No, you're wrong." The other words are not stressed so much, and they almost disappear, because we're repeating them and they're not important. Got it? Of course, do remember, context and intonation play a very important role in deciding what the person means, but knowing sentence stress is essential, and it will really help you understand native English speakers. So, to summarize, whatever your level of English, there will always be things you don't understand. Okay? Accept it. Don't try to understand everything. Focus on the stressed words. Focus on understanding the overall meaning. Focus on the gist. Now, your next question is, "Great, Sarah. How do I practice this skill?" Great question. Let me give you 5 detailed, practical tips to help you do this. Tip number 1. Do dictations. A dictation is where you listen and you write down or type what you hear. This exercise is incredibly powerful because it forces your brain to connect the sounds you hear with the words you know how to spell. It creates a stronger memory link. I want you to do dictations with very, very short audio texts, just 2 to 3 sentences at a time. Here's how you can do it. Let's use an example sentence. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. First, just listen to the sentence one time. Don't write anything. Second, listen again and write down only the key, stressed words you hear. You would probably write, quick brown fox, jumps over, lazy dog. Third, listen again and try to add the small, unstressed words that connect everything. You would add the, and the. Finally, listen a 4th time and write the complete sentence. Then, go back and check your work with a transcript. This step-by-step process trains your ear to focus on what's most important first. You can find short audio clips on news websites for learners or right here on our podcast channel. Tip number 2. Do plenty of longer, relaxed listening. This is what we call extensive listening. The goal here is not to study, but to enjoy. I want you to listen to news stories, podcasts, or audiobooks where you don't look up any words and you don't take any notes. You just listen. This is important because it doesn't feel like studying. It makes you feel more like a native speaker enjoying content rather than a student. This builds your listening endurance, exposes you to a wide range of natural language, and significantly reduces your learning anxiety. I remember when I was learning Spanish, I downloaded an audiobook of a novel I loved. At first, it was a little hard to follow, but after a few hours, I completely forgot I was studying. I just got lost in the story. That's when my listening skills really started to take off. Tip number 3. Change your expectations. This is a mental tip, but it's incredibly important. You must stop expecting to understand everything. Aiming for 100% comprehension is a recipe for frustration. Instead, I want you to apply the 80-20 rule of comprehension. If you can understand 80%, or even just the main idea, that is a huge success. The anxiety that comes from trying to understand every single word can actually block your brain from learning. It's like trying to catch every single drop of rain in a storm. You can't. It's impossible. Just focus on getting the overall feeling and message. For example, if you listen to a 1-minute news report and you can confidently say, "Okay, the story was about a new technology discovery in California that might help with renewable energy," then you have succeeded, even if you didn't understand the specific scientific terms they used. Tip number 4. Listen to English at least 1 hour a day. I know this sounds like a lot, but you don't have to find a new hour in your day. You just have to turn your dead time into listening time. I want you to do a quick time audit of your day. Think about all the moments when your hands are busy but your mind is free. For example, your commute to work or school, maybe 30 minutes. Listen to a news podcast. Doing chores like cooking or cleaning, maybe 20 minutes. Listen to English music or a fun, conversational podcast. Exercising at the gym or going for a walk, maybe 30 minutes. Listen to an exciting audiobook or a motivational speech in English. Waiting in line at the supermarket, maybe 5 minutes. Review a short audio clip or a song you're learning. When you add up all these small moments, you will easily find 60 minutes or more. If you can do 0 steps a day, you can definitely listen to an hour of English. If you do this, I promise you will notice a huge improvement in just a few weeks. Tip number 5. Stop using subtitles the right way. I know, this is the scary one. But subtitles can sometimes be a crutch that prevents your listening muscles from getting stronger. They encourage you to focus on reading every word, not on listening for the stressed words. However, you don't have to quit them all at once. I want you to use the subtitle ladder method to slowly reduce your dependence on them. Step 1. Watch a show or movie with subtitles in your native language to understand the plot. Step 2. Watch the same show again, but this time with English subtitles. Connect the sounds you hear to the words you see. Step 3. Watch it a third time with English subtitles, but this time have a notebook. Only pause and write down 5 to 10 new or interesting words or phrases per episode. Step 4. Watch it a final time with no subtitles at all. Don't worry if you miss some things. Just relax and try to follow the story with your ears. This gradual process will train your ear and build your confidence until you are ready to let go of subtitles completely. Conclusion. The final secret. So there you go. Now you know what sentence stress is, you know why it's important, and you have 5 practical, detailed tips on how to practice it. And now, for the secret I promised at the beginning. The single most important secret that ties all of these strategies together is this. Listening is not a passive activity. It's an active investigation. You are not just letting sounds wash over you. You are a detective. You are actively looking for clues. You use the top-down strategies like context and keywords to understand the whole scene. And you use the bottom-up strategies like listening for stressed words and intonation to zoom in on the important details. When you approach listening like an active, curious detective, it becomes more engaging, more effective, and a lot more fun. So, my challenge to you is this. For the next week, I want you to be a listening detective. Choose one short video or podcast episode and apply these 5 steps. Do a short dictation. Do some longer, relaxed listening. Change your expectations and aim for the gist. Find 1 hour in your day to listen. And try using the subtitle ladder method. See how much more you can understand when you become an active investigator of the English language. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Wisdom English podcast channel to watch our next videos.